Blessings, y'all. My name is Brielle, and I'm going to be guiding you through a gentle yin-inspired yoga flow, mostly grounded postures, some nice spinal waves, hip opening, and go ahead and begin in a nice, comfortable seated position. If you would like a bolster, a block, or something to sit on top of to lift the hips and allow yourself to root down, go ahead and do that. And if it feels safe to, closing down the eyes, turning within, if you're not quite there yet, you can just soften your gaze. Maybe placing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feeling the rhythm of your heartbeat. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you, lovingly holding your body up. And noticing your natural rhythm of breath. Gradually allowing the breath to lengthen and deepen. Just checking in with how you feel as you first settle in to this practice. Noticing what you carried in with you. Maybe there was some rushed or scattered energy trying to squeeze in a self-care practice. Or maybe your mind has wandered into all the things you have to do after this. I invite you to take a deep inhale. And exhale. And feel yourself arrive a little bit more to this moment. Letting go of anything that came before, anything that's to come after, and being right here, using your breath as an anchor into the present moment. So when the mind wanders, come back to the breath, come back to the body, come back to the sensation of being lovingly held and supported by the earth beneath you. Deep inhale. And exhale. Once more, deep inhale. And exhale. Relaxing your hands down to your knees, bringing your chin in towards your chest and rolling the head around to the right. Moving slowly, really feeling into the subtle sensations as you allow the pace of your breath to guide the pace of your movements. And then circling in the other direction. And maybe you notice some areas of tension or tightness. And go ahead and linger there a little longer. This practice is about connecting to your own inner wisdom, trusting the wisdom of your body, and listening to what the body is communicating to you in those places of tension and tightness that could use a little more love. Bring the head back up through neutral. As you inhale, rise your arms up above the head. Exhale, twisting to the right. Bring your left hand to your right knee, your right hand behind you, and gaze over your right shoulder. Twisting from your core, so engaging your core, drawing your belly button in, growing tall with each inhale, twisting a little bit more with each exhale. Next inhale, rise back through center. And exhale to the other side. With your hands rooted, you can kind of hold on to the knee with the right hand and feel your shoulder blades broadening, deepening the twist a little bit more, feeling some more spaciousness across your chest. You might even feel it through the neck, not crunching the neck so much, but opening, lengthening. Inhale, come back through center, rise the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here. Feeling into your intention for your practice today. How you want to leave here feeling the energy you're cultivating as you connect to your breath, your body, and the earth. Deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and roll forward. We're going to come into a tabletop pose. Knees hip-width distance apart. Hands shoulder width apart. And from here, let's start by just warming up the wrists a little bit, taking some small circles. Again, feeling into the subtle sensations as you move around. Circling in the other direction. And coming back to center. From here, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round and curl, pushing into the mat to help expand through the back of the heart, puffing up like a cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round and curl. Good. Now that you have those base movements, we're going to create a little bit of a flow, flowing between cat, cow, child's pose, upward facing dog. And so you might just want to watch for the first time through. So as you inhale, you're still going to drop the belly, lift the chin, but this time sitting your hips back towards your heels at the same time. Not coming all the way down into child's pose, because we're going to keep flowing. So then as you exhale, starting to puff into the back, Drop the hips down. Lift the heart into upward facing dog. Ooh, it's a juicy, beautiful spinal wave that feels so good. So we're going to keep flowing through that. Inhale. Bring the hips back towards the heels. Exhale, roll up. Drop the hips, lift the heart. I kind of sway side to side once I arrive there as well. You feel into what feels right for your body. And take a few more rounds just like that. Moving at the pace of your own breath. Noticing where you feel this. I know that my shoulders get a nice opening here. My hips feel loved up. One more round. Good. From here, inviting you to welcome some more organic movement, bringing in some hip circles. These hip circles can be as small or as large as you like. Maybe even closing down your eyes, not worrying about what my practice looks like, but feeling into your own body. Do the smaller circles feel better? Or maybe larger? Close your eyes and feel. Circling in the other direction. Good. Coming back to center in a tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. From here, if your hamstrings are a little bit tight, you can always bend generously into your knees so that you can lengthen through the spine. And then I invite you to bend into one knee, swaying to that side. Bend into the other knee, swaying to the other side, letting the hips sway side to side as you alternate bending one knee and the other. Really feel that side body stretch when you sway the hips over to one side. Good. Come back to center, bringing the hips or the heels towards the earth. Then come back up onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. Shift both heels over to the right. You might want to bend into your right knee a little bit, looking underneath your left armpit a little bit. Really feel that stretch from the left shoulder all across the side body. Inhale, come back to center. Heels are lifted. And then drop the heels over to the other side. So heels are over to the left. Bend into your left leg. Look under your right armpit. come back to center. Bring the heels down. Bend generously into your knees. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Coming into a forward fold here, but bringing the feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Again, bend into your knees if you need to really allow yourself to collapse here. Grabbing for opposite elbows. Let the head and neck hang nice and heavy. Really let the knees bend quite a bit here. My body, my chest is completely supported by my thighs. And that allows me to fully relax into this posture. So try that on for yourself. And then release the hold of opposite elbows. Keep the knees bent and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Head and neck comes up last. Once you arrive, just take a second to pause there. Deep inhale. And exhale. Good. From here, we're going to practice some more of those spinal wave-like sensations, but this time from rolling up and down. And so just follow along. As you inhale, roll the shoulders back and down, lifting the head towards the sky, lifting the heart, slightly arching the back. Bend into your knees and start to fold, but leading with your heart. Coming down into a forward fold, start to straighten into the legs, and as you do, you're rolling back up. Coming back up to standing, one vertebra at a time. When you come back up to straight, continue just like that. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and down, lift into the heart, bend into the knees, arch the back. Lead with the heart towards the thighs into a fold and flow right back up to standing, rolling up. Let's do that 2 more times. Once more. Come all the way back up to standing. Bring your feet closer together. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Slight back bend, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, right foot in between the hands. From here, lifting your chest, keeping your gaze neutral, so not really like stretching and the neck, overstretching the neck to where you start to feel some crunching in the back between the neck and the shoulders, but just keeping the head neutral, gaze straight ahead, and lifting the chest. Then as you lift the chest, maybe you come onto your fingertips here. You're going to feel a deepening in the sensation here in your left hip flexor, your psoas muscle, where we carry a lot because we spend way too much time sitting down in our lives now. So give some love there. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. 3 more deep breaths. I know you've already been there for a few. Good. We're just going to go ahead and switch sides. Bringing your left foot forward. Lengthening the right leg back behind you. Same thing here. Now something to be mindful of. You want to watch to make sure that your knee isn't extending past your ankle. And if it is, just kind of adjust there. That's going to help protect your knee. Then remembering to lift through the chest, lengthen the heart, deepen into the right hip. Slowly coming out of it, coming back to your tabletop pose. And go ahead and bring the knees wide, toes together to touch. Sit the hips back towards the heels. Lengthen through your arms. Rest the forehead down, kissing your third eye to the earth. Deep inhale and exhale. Walk the hands over to the right, bringing your left hand on top of the right, and then relaxing into that stretch across the left side body. Come back to center and over to the other side. Right hand on top of the left. Come back to center. Slowly come on up to a tabletop pose. And we're going to come to seated position on the long edge of your mat. Bring your knees out like a V. You don't have to stretch to your full capacity. Take a deep inhale, lengthening through your spine. And if you're able to, as you exhale, you can start to melt down, keeping the spine long. And if with yourself fully upright, you're like, this is good, my hips are already feeling it, you can stay right there. But with each exhale, see if you can melt a little bit more. And if you can't melt to deepen into the posture, deepen into the breath. See if you can soften into the places of tension and tightness. 5 deep breaths here. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. And slowly begin to rise back up. That felt really good. I could have stayed there another 15 breaths, but I won't hold you. You can pause it if you want to linger there a little longer too. Good. Go ahead and bend in your left foot. And from here, you're going to reach up and over with your left arm, looking up towards your left hand. And I kind of use my right elbow to ground into my right thigh. That helps become kind of like leverage so that I can twist open a little bit more. I'm also taking my right hand, holding on to my left foot, and it just grounds me more as I'm rooting down through my left sit bone and reaching up and over with the hand, continuing to lift my heart up towards the sky, and breathing. Inhale, come back through center. And you're actually going to windmill your hands to frame your left knee and spin around so that your hips are now squared towards the earth, towards your mat. So you're like sitting on top of that left leg. Essentially, we're coming into a pigeon pose. If you know where to go, go ahead and go right there. And if this is too intense, you can bend into your back knee, and that should give you a little bit more support. But if you can, keep that back leg extended long. Inhale to lengthen up. And as you exhale, melt it down. Slowly rise on up. Come back to center in your wide-legged forward fold, or not really the fold, but bringing your legs back to a V on the long edge of your mat. Now let's bend in the right foot, bending the right knee. Again, reaching up and over as you inhale. Bring that right arm up and over. Inhale, back through center, windmill your hands, square the hips, come into pigeon pose. Inhale, lengthen the heart. Exhale, melt it down. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly begin to rise up. And actually go ahead and swing the legs in front of you. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips facing forward. Lengthen through the spine and just allow the knees to windshield wiper side to side. Good. From here, you're going to come down onto your back. Bring your arms out like a T and allow the knees to fall over to the left side, turning your head to the right. Gentle spinal twist. If you'd like to deepen the twist, you can wrap your top leg around the bottom, kind of like eagle legs. You can also bring your left hand on top of the legs to help ground them. Coming back through center. Let the knees come down onto the other side. Head turns opposite of the knees. Same options available to you here. Come back to center. Taking any final postures that would make your body feel really loved up and supported. And if you already feel complete, or when you feel complete, you can come into Shavasana, final resting pose, extending the legs out long, out to the edges of your mat, letting your feet fall off to the sides. Palms facing up to receive, or down for grounding. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. Filling all the way up. Biggest breath you've breathed all day. Hold it at the top. Breathe in one more sip of air. Hold it there. And release. Surrendering to this moment of stillness, slowing down, letting go. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Taking any other movements that might feel good, maybe stretching nice and long. Bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a squeeze. Noticing how it feels to lovingly embrace yourself, to wrap yourself up in your own love and care. Taking a moment of deep honor and reverence for showing up for yourself today. And then go ahead and come down to rest on your favorite side. Surrendering to the support of the earth beneath you once more. And then slowly rising up. Coming back to a seated position. Deep inhale, rising your arms up above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Noticing any slight shifts that have occurred for you since you first stepped onto the mat. Feeling the peace, ease that is lovingly holding you in this moment. And knowing that this is always available to you, no matter the conditions of the outside world. A place of peace lives inside of you. The sanctuary that you seek is within, and it is always only a few breaths away. This is your center. This is your home. Welcome home. The light within me sees and honors the light, the love, the luminosity, the liberation, the wholeness, the worthiness inside of you. May you always remember your truth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this practice. I invite you to carry this energy of ease with you throughout the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Be well.